and welcome to a day in the life of the Aboriginal. I'm LostPhoenixWolf. Welcome to my channel. Today is now June 13th. Another new day there, guys. You guys don't even know where I am. I'm not in the park this time. I'm on the res. This is a bush line of like family's bush line. The bush line that's behind me right now is a cousin's bush line, and they don't really care about their their land. Next to it is supposed to be a piece of my land, but that's not really going anywhere, doing anything with that either until I talk to other family members. So I'm out here. It's 12:18 right now, and I was trying to find a nice flat surface here. I even found a tick. I just found the tick, guys. So I got flies bugging me too. Trying to figure out a nice focal point for you guys, but there's just nothing but bush around here. So I'm just sitting right here doing a video log for you guys. You probably can't hear my sister cutting some grass. She's cutting some grass way behind the camera. There's like fields and fields of property here. There's cousins here land, there's cousins here land, there's cousins here land. Behind that is a bunch of my dad's land. There's land beside him, beside that, and then there's a little bit behind him, and then way back there there's a house up. There's cousins living there too. So this is a nice day, but there's a lot of clouds, which is good because it cools it down a little bit. We're getting some warm days and some cool days. So today it's kind of like a warm day, but it's a little cool. Supposed to be no more than like 22, 23 degrees. So I'm out here. I'm doing a video log for you guys. I had a plan too, but to talk about some. But I found some flat ground right here, but it is by an anthill. There's a dead toad here. There's a dead mouse here. And the reason why it's probably flattened because there was some junk here. That's a thing that on the reserve. I'm not saying that everybody does it, but there's some people that like to steal vehicles and then park it in their bush and then strip it down, leave the frame there and then whatnot. Or sometimes they park in there and they burn it. And then the police come by my dad's house and ask me if he knows anything about it. And usually he has nothing to do with that. He doesn't care about people, about stolen vehicles, but he cares that there's stolen vehicles sitting in the bush. So there's stolen vehicles in the bush, and they chew up this ground here. I mean, this is not their land. They come down the laneway here, and trucks, like if they're family or not, there's trucks that come and chew up the laneway. My dad's put at least about 18 loads of gravels, like dump truck loads of gravel over the year. Just practically like maybe every year, just about every other year. The wind has picked up a little bit. It was spinning out a little bit. It wasn't even windy yesterday. I don't think it was windy yesterday, was it? I think it was windy just a little bit, but I'm in the field right now, and there's just nothing but weeds and odd tree here and there. So anyway, what I was getting at is that there's a truck liner behind this camera. I just said there's a truck liner behind this camera, and there's a big opening back here. That's where they bring stolen vehicles in, and it pisses my dad off. It pisses me off too. Probably pisses the cousin off that owns this land, if they knew about it. Second tick. I got here yesterday afternoon to do some stuff with family, and I found about a good about 5-6 ticks yesterday, and I'm walking around on ground right now. I mean, the ticks blend in with this dirt right now. So like I said, this is cousin's property right now. This is probably like kind of on the right of way, kind of the driveway part, and then behind that there's his property. Beside this is my property too, but there's not really anything going on. It's just property that I own. There's not really any plans that's going to happen anytime soon. I'm glad there's some cloud coverage. You know, it brings it down to like a plus 20 or 22 degrees. It feels about that. You know, around that weather. It did spit out a little bit before I got this video log done. Started. I was going to start this video around like 10 o'clock. Make sure my sister had enough time to, wake up and go to work, and to end up, getting the video started around 12. So like I said, I'm sitting around by a bush and weeds, and there's like trees behind me. There's a big opening here. I mean, the camera probably catches the opening that's here. And I tried to get a nice focal point. I mean, this is a good spot. If I go into the woods more, there's going to be a lot of mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are usually hungry. Usually hungry for that blood. I feel like I got a bug in my nose or something. Anyway, what I do see around the side of me and behind the camera, a little bit beside here, is milkweed. I'd talk a little bit about milkweed. I was just telling my sister about it the other day. You see this type of milkweed, do not cut it down. You could be needing it. And it's good for bug bites, bee stings, scrapes, sometimes bruises. I heard it's a good upset stomach remedy. You take the leaves and the stem and you boil the whole thing and make like a soup out of it. There's even some Indian medicine for the roots too. But most of my life, if I had any kind of bites or bee stings or whatever, it works like a liquid Band-Aid. You pull a leaf off a milkweed and it starts dripping down from the leaf, and you rub it on your wound. I guess you could say, like a bug bite or something. Why does it feel like I got fur in my nose or something? Weird. So you rub it on your cut as like a liquid Band-Aid, and it dries, and it helps fight any kind of infection or something like that. Did you get on a bug bite? A bug bite. And I got a horsefly bugging me too. Horseflies are pretty bad around here too. It's mostly just mosquitoes. Mosquitoes and some horseflies, and well, there's a what do you call it? There's a bumblebee there. They're not so bad. The hornets are bad around there. Sometimes hornets nest in the trees and stuff that I don't think my dad has anything to knock them out of the trees anymore, and I don't have a quick enough bike to actually knock the hive out of the tree and then take off, because when I was younger I used to do that. So I think I picked already a focal point. Tomorrow's video I'm going to be doing it in the woods someplace around here. I mean, there's the creek water over there. There's woods and creek water. I mean, it's way over that way. And I could probably do it beside the creek. I'm thinking about doing it beside the laneway, but I'm going to feel weird because my sisters know that I do the video logs. And if they're in a vehicle, they're probably going to laugh. Or some family member's going to laugh about it. But I'm getting used to saying, I don't really care what anybody thinks about my videos sometimes. I mean, I do care to a point, but I don't care, if there's any kind of negativity from family and friends that I do talk to and know. So, what was I going to say now? I was just talking about weeds and stuff like that, and my sister is way over there. She was cutting a little bit of grass. I might get my time in to cut some grass. I just did some dishes, a bunch of dishes done. Made some supper last night, helped my dad with some supper. I just made some oven chicken, just regular oven chicken, nothing breaded or anything like that in the oven. And my sister did some pancakes. The other sister is gone to work, and she's not home right now. As for any kind of plans today, I'm not too sure. I might be taking a ride on a bike. One of my dad's bikes that he has. It's It's one of those cruiser bikes, and it's kind of old-fashioned. There's a 70 year anniversary, but it's not 70 years old. It's probably about 15 years ago. At 15 years old at the most, maybe 15 years old. But I was fixing it up last year, and I oiled the chain, and chain's looking really good. My dad put it in a shed, I guess. Well, an old trailer. It's like he turned it into an old shed, and things are going good on that. I might take a ride with it down the laneway. I might, go to my uncle's and see what's going on over there. Got a fly bugging me again. At least I don't have a horsefly. It's a horsefly day. Sit on your hat or your head. Yeah. Just making sure there's no horseflies. Sometimes there is. So yesterday was, I think it was the first day of the 10-day feast. Yeah, first day of a 10-day feast. And there's gonna be a feast today. It's gonna be this is gonna be like the second of the 10-day feast. As for probably getting a ride to the feast, that might be about a couple hours from now. And also another thing on my mind, I won't be able to upload this video right away. You guys ain't gonna see this till either when I get back, or if my uncle or a cousin or something like that has internet, then I'll bring my laptop over and then use it. It's like a fur on my nose or something. It's weird. My nose just feels so like it's like a fur, or like it's just got like a soft fluffiness to it. It's weird. I had some more sleep. I slept in the basement. My dad has a bed down there. The one sister's in the center room, and the other sister, she lives here. She's got the last room, was my dad's old room. And my dad has my old room when I used to live out this way. So I was sleeping in the basement, and it's a hospital bed, guys. It's a hospital bed. It's still got all its pieces, and I can adjust it to raise up on the back a little bit, to raise up the back if I want to, or raise up the feet, and I can put the bedrolls up. And yes, it is a good idea to put the bedrolls up because the frame that he's got on there doesn't really belong. So he's got like a frame, a box spring, and a mattress. So it's higher than the bed like should be. So I do put up the bed rail only because there's a little bit of support if I'm rolling over, because the actual springy box spring is like springs. There's spring wires is the bottom piece, and then there's a old springy mattress. I think it's single, old springy mattress, and then there's like a thin mattress on top of that. So when I lay on the one side, it feels like the bed wants to flop to that side, like it flops over. So I did put up the bedroll last night because I've laid on me a few times, and there's always that chance I'm going to roll over because it's a small bed. I got a queen size bed back home, but it's never as comfortable as some of these beds. A lot of people's beds are way comfortable than mine. They're way comfortable than mine, and like I said, I had to put up the bed rail so when I roll over, I'm not going to actually hit the concrete because it's concrete basement. But that was talking about maybe making a bedroom downstairs, but that's a big work in progress too. So he's staying in my old room, and it's easier on him so he doesn't go all the way downstairs. He's got the bad knees, bad ankles and stuff like that. He's always in the yard cutting grass and moving junk around and cleaning up the yard and stuff, and trying to improve his life, I guess. So my sister's out there doing the lawn for him right now. He did a lot of lawn care for, I think, past 3 or 4 days. He was doing lawn care yesterday and the day before that I heard. And you can see the grass is all cut around the house, and he's making his way out to more of the field. And the good thing is to keep the grass cut, then you can if there's any snakes, you'll see them. If there's any kind of other kind of like wild animals, not really any kind of wild animals. I mean, if there's any like rats, there's no rats, but okay, mice, snakes. That's a common thing around my dad's. But then he also can see the different dips and grooves in the ground, and that he doesn't like trip or hurt his ankle. So my sister's out there helping a little bit of grass, and like I'll get my time in. Maybe I'll cut some grass for my dad too. But right now, I told my son going for a walk. Didn't know what I was really doing, and when I was in the house, I told my sister when she was getting a drink of water that I'm going to go out and get my video log done because I wanted to do it earlier, but wasn't too sure on the times and stuff. So I am out here doing a video log for you guys. I had some alright sleep. I got my 8 hours. I went to bed. I think I was tired around 1 o'clock. Not really anything to do. Just really sit around and watch TV, talk to my dad about stuff, and I don't know, just whatever, Me and my sister are talking about scientific crap. What was I going to do now? What was I going to say? I don't know. I was going to check this camera to see it's going. I mean, it should be going. There should be no problem. Just to make sure, because I can't see back there. Alright, that's going, guys. It's going. So, there was a little bit of spitting going on again, and it's probably not going to spit so much that it's going to harm the camera. I mean, the camera's going to be fine. Just keeping my eyes open for any kind of wood ticks nearby, and I got the odd bug here and there. Baby grasshopper, I think. I don't know what I was going to say now. I don't know, guys. My camera even live? Oh, there it goes. Probably because there's not that much sun on my face. It's behind clouds right now. There's a big blanket of clouds going on, and there's a lot of little patches of clouds within those blanket of clouds. So maybe it's going to rain a little bit. I don't have internet nearby. Actually, I should check the TV here because my dad has satellite, and I can check the actual weather network and plan my days to make sure I'm not out here in the rain. But I'm not too far from home too. It is home too. This is home. This is not my city home. And now I just check the weather and see how, so I can plan my days better. I remember I used to ride around here practicing to ride a car, and I did ride around reserve. I think between 17 and 20 and 21 when I did move away. I was riding around reserve, and I don't know why I didn't get my license then. I was trying to get my license around 18. I was going to. It was just before my 18th birthday. My plan was to get the actual license, and I wouldn't have to really wait that much. At that time, we went down to the gym. I think I already said this story, but I'm going to tell you guys again anyway. There was a meeting at the gym for the school, and my camera live? Hello? Camera? Yeah, camera's live. There was a meeting at the gym, and some kind of emergency meeting, stuff like that, and we were wondering what is up. And there was some kind of guest speaker thing or something like that. And they talked about, if you really want to get your license, where's my tick? If you really want to get your license done, you should get it done soon. What was it saying? And at that time, they were talking about probationary licensing. And it said about, you can get your license done, and then you have your full license within a year, then you got to do... but this time now you got to do a year or two of probation license and then get your got to be with a licensed driver for 2 years to get your license because it's probationary license, and you get your full license within a year. And I'm like, screw this. I'll just ride around reserve and not get bothered to get my license. Screw that. It's either that or I'm on my mountain bike. So I don't have a car. I'm on my mountain bike, and I drove around reserve a lot. That's a time I was like 140 pounds, 145 pounds, and I was all over the reserve. There's times I was doing fundraisers for my school, and I was selling magazines and selling magazines all over the reserve. Within a couple of days, I did the whole reserve. I mean, this reserve's not really that big, but I did rode around a lot. I mean, there's a lot of people who weren't home and they're either gone to work or gone to do whatever. I was gonna say now. So I would say screw that. I'm not gonna do this probationary license thing. I was gonna ride around reserve, but then life started changing for me and to move into the city, and life was good, life was crappy, life was getting really good, and life was just started slowing down, getting crappy, and then got more crappier and crappier, and then making sure there's no ticks here, because it is tick season. So I don't know what I was getting at. Oh, like I said, I did some practice in the field, and then I used to come this way and go out to the bush line and around the side of the creek there, and I used to do some fishing. When I was a teenager, like late teens, I used to pull a fish out every day, and I'd throw them back. But those times it's not really good to be eating any kind of fish. But certain fish, they're big enough, and then you can clean them, and you'll be able to eat it if you cook it right, and if you got whatever kind of chemicals there in the lakes. And then it wasn't an everyday thing. It was maybe like once a week, once a month, or something like that. And did a lot of fishing when I was a teenager. Then over the years, when this house wasn't doing anything, my dad ended up leaving it for a bit, and had some money troubles, and it's kind of falling apart, and it's like, I don't know, it's just crappy. Life got crappy for him. But over the years, for the past 5 years, I've been trying to fish out of that creek, and there is no fish at all. No fish biting. I don't see no sign of any fish, come out of the water to eat a bug. I've seen a painted turtle. I know there's going to be some snapping turtles in there probably too. But the painted turtles are usually just small. They always stay small for a long time. I remember in my late teens, there used to be a giant snapping turtle, and we tried hard to get this snapping turtle, because not only for the meat, but the shell could be used for certain things. For crafts and stuff. And it was a giant turtle. I mean, he had a long life. I mean, they say that when a turtle's that size, he's got to have been around for at least 30 to 40 or 50 years. I'm not really sure about turtle years, or how long it takes for a turtle to get that big. But I don't know how do I describe how big this turtle is. Let's see. I would say the shell is just a little bit bigger than a basketball net. The basketball rim in the net, than the basketball rim. It's about about that size, a little bigger, and then about that size. But I've seen the odd painted turtle, but not any snapping turtle. So, but I did some fishing, and well, there's no bites at all. I think there's usually either the creek's too low down, or there's too many branches for the fish to get by, and down the hill of my dad's, it does flood out, and it gets really close to flooding. That house that's behind him. That's a cousin's house. Hello, camera. You alive? Okay. And so I've walked across this property a bunch of times over the years, and yesterday, I don't know. I did a video yesterday, talking about a year ago. I did a video on my phone and showed my, some friends, like, how vast this field is, and, how long it takes to get down the laneway. It takes about 18 minutes to walk down the laneway to get towards my dad's house. And I don't know what I was saying on that. I just see a bumblebee over there, and that's not going to bug me, but just to make sure it doesn't bug me. I don't know what I was saying on that. Oh, I did a video log on my phone. I didn't save it to YouTube. That time I didn't have the you know, the gears running of wanting to do YouTube video. I was thinking, like, at that time, you know, I should save it, you know, put it on my computer, you know, share it on Facebook, stuff like that. But nobody really cares about that stuff. They, you know, they'll watch it, and, you know, I'm not really anybody important. I didn't have the, you know, the gears in the head weren't moving at that time of talking about doing video logs for YouTube. That came around, I think, let's see, I think September. I was thinking about it in September. It's either August or September. I was thinking about it, and I actually, you know, made an effort to try to do it in October. I think my very first one was like October 8th or something, 7th, 8th, maybe 6th. I'm not exactly sure. You guys can check in the, you know, thing and go all the way to the beginning. Like I said in my other videos, those videos, all these videos are new. I had a lot of other videos before, and, you know, that was between 5 and 3 years ago of videos, and it kind of like died out and I really did anything. And I had like 1,000 subscribers, and like over 1,000 subscribers, because I know there's a lot of family events and little get-togethers I got on there, and there's some skits and, you know, just some randomness stuff that, you know, I threw in on my channel. But that's all gone because of Google Plus. Something with Google Plus messed up, and it wiped out the whole channel. I mean, it started everything from scratch, and that's why I only got 2 subscribers. And my channel's not really anything important anymore. People do watch it, I guess, and people do throw a few thumbs up, and maybe I get a few comments, but it's not really anything that important. But what I'm saying is that I got the motivation, I think, around August, maybe August, September. August, September, I got the motivation to actually try to do videos. And yeah, like I said, I was doing videos, how long it takes to go from the roadway down the laneway to my dad's house, and that's, you know, between 15 and 18 you know, minutes just to get to his house. And to get to my bush line would be even closer to my little bush property. I'd probably no more than 15 minutes. So now here I am today. I'm doing video logs for you guys daily, and I try to keep them going daily. And on that day, and sometimes my internet's messed up, or sometimes the YouTube itself is messed up, or sometimes I'm on a reserve for a week to, you know, 10 days, 12 days, whatever it takes. But I'm going to get the video logs up for you guys as soon as I can. And I'm going to keep doing video logs. I'm going to keep doing these video logs and, you know, put it on my laptop. I think, holy shit, what the hell is that? Oh, it was a text message. So doing the video logs for you guys. Anyway, I might just wrap this up because that's my alarm to tell me that my video is done. If you guys like this video, please do hit the like button. If you want to subscribe to me, please subscribe to me. Share this video on your channel. It might have been for you, it might have been for me. Tell your friends and family about me. Hopefully you all have a nice day. It's morning or night. Thank you for viewing this video. But until next time, I will see you.